You're watching live on DTV. We are joined today by Luq Haskett, who is a native Baltimore, Maryland, and a lifetime lover of fashion. In 2014, after 2 consecutive military deployments, Luq decided to share his passion for men's fashion with the world, and the Dapper Luq blog was created. After several months of posing, Luq was offered the opportunity to collaborate with the makers of a men's fashion calendar. After trying on location, the maker of the calendar offered Dapper Luq the chance to be in the calendar, and his modeling career was born. After that day, Dapper Luq also appeared on the runway in different places around the US. In 2017, Dapper Luq joined the online radio network Famous Radio Live. On that network, he started his career as an online radio personality with the show, The Dapper Hour. On that show, Dapper Luq gave his view on men's fashion, interviewed guests, and discussed many fashion events that were taking place. In 2018, Luq started the Dapper Luq YouTube channel to give his audience the opportunity to travel with him to numerous fashion events. Dapper Luq is very passionate about men's fashion and sharing his love of style with young men. He has hosted several workshops on dressing professionally to both young men and adults. Additionally, he has hosted numerous events in his area that brings out the fashion elite. Dapper Luq is a true believer the ultimate goal in life should be to find what you are passionate about and find a way to make a living doing it. In 2019, Dapper Luq officially launched his custom suit line, the Dapper Luq collection. The collection focused on bringing unique suit colors and styles to both men and women. After retiring from the military in 2020, Luq focused on reaching more people with his brand and growing his business. In 2021, Dapper Luq and 2022, Dapper Luq wants to showcase his collection in several international fashion weeks throughout the world. And he's joining us here today, Luq Haskett, owner and founder of the Dapper Luq. So good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. And it's Dapper Luq. I know it's kind of crazy, right? But it's Dapper Luq.
Oh, it's Luq.
That's fine. Okay. No worries. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much just taking the first 2 letters of my name, Luq. People always think that I got my name from Dapper Dan, which I did not. Great fan of his, but I actually had my name before I even knew who he was. It was Dapper Luq who I got my name from. And he's an amazing fashion photographer that I used to follow when I first got started.
Okay, so you said a fashion photographer?
Yes, he's a photographer. Yep.
Oh, that's amazing. So how did you get interested in fashion and style from being in the military to now this?
So basically for me, how it actually started was I read this book by an author named Robert Greene, right? Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power is what he's most known for. But actually the book that he wrote that I really liked was a book called Mastery. And in that book, he talks about pretty much, if money was not an option, what would you be doing? And for me, it's always been fashion, whether it be, always trying to dress outside the box or just kind of come up with some original looks. So kind of what you read in my bio was, how do we take that love, that passion, and make it something tangible that we can actually make a living off of? So, the blog is where it started. Then we got into modeling, styling, and now we have a collection, and we also have a full showroom here in Virginia Beach.
That's amazing. It's wonderful. So you started based off of a passion, based off of your love for fashion. Yeah. And okay, let's imagine money is no object. Let's imagine money doesn't exist. What will we do? So how does that is great and a wonderful message to people to just like, if nothing financial mattered, what would you do?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So how does inspiration for your apparel and your style come to you?
So for me, this most recent collection I did was called Coastal Sunrise. So pretty much when we were kind of in our isolation, lockdown, I did a lot of running, a lot of kind of just getting to know you. And one of the things that I did was I kind of looked at a lot of the coastal, sunrises, kind of getting up early in the morning. So just looking at that color palette, the pinks, the sands, the blues, some of the grays, I took that and I created the Coastal Sunrise collection. So everything that I do is always going to be a combination of men and women. And I like to kind of say I do suits you don't normally see colors in. So like I said, soft pinks for men, light blues, grays, earth tones, things like that, that you don't normally see off the rack. Normally when you go to a store, you're going to see blue suits, gray suits, and black suits.
Yep.
And I kind of steer away from that because that is the everyday commercial look.
Absolutely. I understand that completely. I'd like to try to mix my look up a bit with the blues and reds and greens and add a little bit more, make it pop more. Yes, sir. So how did your military life and help and motivate you in business? We know that military people have to be very disciplined. So
yes, absolutely. I mean, for me, it gave me structure. One of the things that, when you're in business, it's you. There is nobody telling you what time to be there, what time to get up, what time, what deadline. So it's all on you. So the military definitely gave me a structure and an ability to be self-motivated, kind of self-reliant. I'm not looking for someone to tell me. Once I have my routine in place, I know what time I got to get up. I know what time I have to actually, get things done. And then just the daily motivation or daily grind is kind of that repetition from the military. So 20 years in the military, you definitely get a repetition, and kind of just a pattern. And so those things I was able to take from the military and apply to, my own business.
That's wonderful. Yeah, those habits that you learned on the way seem to have really made you successful. Now, is it just suits and three-piece suits, or does Dapper Luq have formal wear?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we do custom suiting for men, women, and children. And like you said, we do tuxedos. We do one of the things that I know I specialize here in my area is Nehru suits. If you can picture, the African or the Indian suit that kind of has the buttons that go down the front, we do those. So pretty much if you have an idea, tuxedo or suit wise, we can usually, either draw it out or make it happen. And we also do overcoats, custom shirts. You can see a shirt right behind me. And then we utilize some local vendors here for accessories. So, like I said, behind me, I have some watches. There's Italian Twine is a local watch brand. Fanny House, she's a local Congolese African designer. We use some of her accessories for women. Bow ties and ties are from Refined Vanguards. And then up to my corner right here, you can see this little box. That's some of our swatches that we have. And hats, shoes, and other accessories we have in the showroom. So when you come to the showroom, the mindset is I want to dress you from head to toe. So basically you come in, you may want a suit, but we're going to get all the accessories you need: ties, bow ties, pocket squares, lapel pins, whatever you need to give you a one-of-one look. That's what we like to do.
Excellent. So one-on-one look, suits, ties, bow ties, watches, everything head to toe. Now, when you think about fashion, especially men's fashion, you think three-piece suits. Again, you think the handkerchiefs, the watches. How do you at all like promote or share the etiquette part side of it too at all? I know you say you did workshops.
Not as much lately, but I definitely have gone out into the community to kind of help, some of the young men. I've gone to Norfolk State University, Hampton University, to show folks how to dress. One of the things that I also was offering was to professionals, lawyers, real estate professionals, how to actually dress, put together looks, what numbers mean. A lot of people, when they see numbers on suits and retail, they have no idea what those numbers mean. So just kind of teaching them what that means. So, of course, with COVID, we've not had the opportunity to do a lot of face-to-face. We're kind of coming back. But definitely, I was, like I said, teaching young men how to dress. To me, there's nothing better than seeing a young man who's never worn a suit before put on a suit and kind of look, that much taller, and just kind of stand up with his chest out because, he looks good in a nice custom suit. And then on top of that, like I said, how to wear it. So you don't actually, one thing that I always try to incorporate with any consultation is education, right? I don't feel as though if I teach you how to, go get a suit, that means you won't come to me. I realize that, if I better educate you, you'll want to come to me more because you'll understand exactly why I do what I do and why I charge what I charge. Because I know the profession and I know what I'm giving you is top quality. So I'm definitely all about that.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that. Quality. And then people think you give them too much information, they're not going to come back. No, you give people the right information, they're going to keep coming to you because now you create yourself as a resource.
Absolutely.
I agree with it. I love it. How do you encourage young men to pursue? Because we know sometimes, especially in our communities, if something's a little bit too creative, it's looked at as you're a man, you shouldn't be doing that. You're a guy. So we're talking about color palettes and pinks and blues. So how do you encourage young men to pursue creative passions and still be strong men?
Well, one of the things that I always like, and it's kind of what you just mentioned there, we have to change the narrative, right? So understanding that, certain colors don't define you as a man. And it's not like, oh, you can only wear blue, gray, and black. Well, if you go outside that palette. So again, one of the things that I do, along with my normal, wear, I use my social media to kind of promote and show we can do other things other than your standard colors. And, still have that masculinity and still be, considered a man, in how we dress. I think, for the most part, understanding what colors do and how they look on your skin is very important. So I just kind of always try to show how you can do that with outside the box colors.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. Just keep the variety there. Don't put yourself in a box. Outside the box. Always be thinking outside the box. And what's something that you like to say to young men and women and whoever else out there listening to, tell them to pursue their passions? As you said, if money didn't exist, what would you do? How do we pursue our passions as a career?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just like to, just understand that, what the term making it means, right? So I think we within our community sometimes have a misunderstanding of what making it is. Making it is when you're successful in whatever career, that brings you happiness. That's what I consider making it. So you can make it in NBA, you can make it in NFL, you can make it as a firefighter, you make it as a police officer, make it as a doctor, lawyer, whatever profession that you decide to go in, do the best at it. And that's, in my opinion, making it. And so that's why I like to, do this. I did 20 years in the military. And I said, when I get out, I'm going to actually follow something that actually brings me happiness. It's a passion of mine, and make it. And then to kind of show, all right, we can make it in other professions outside of the normal that you see us in. So to me, whatever finds you, brings you happiness, whatever brings you joy, do the best at it. And that is what your success level is going to be based off of. And it's also your success level, not somebody else's expectation or, what they think success is for you. It's what you believe it is and how you see success in your life.
I agree wholeheartedly. Paint your own path to success is what we're at. And just do your best. And how can we keep up with you and follow your journey? Keep up with Dapper Luq. Dapper Luq, I'm sorry. No, Dapper Luq, I said it right.
Yep, you got it. So for me, social media is the biggest thing. Dapper Luq, DAPPERLUQ, is on all of my social media handles. You can see it on my Instagram, Facebook. Those are the primary ones I use. I'm also on Twitter, but me and my son have the same name. He's not Dapper Luq, but he is Luqman, and he's more famous on Twitter than I am. So I kind of stick with Instagram and Facebook. And then also YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to be uploading a few things on my YouTube channel here very soon. So keep up with that. And then if you're ever in Virginia Beach, come see me in my showroom.
Okay. And where is that show? Can you tell our audience again who you are, where you are, and what channel they're watching?
Yes. So this is Dapper Luq Custom Claw there, located in Virginia Beach. And you are watching live in DTV.
Live in the DTV. Thank you so much. So we're certainly not rushing you off. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I mean, for the most part, like you said, just trace your dreams and follow your passion. Thanks for having me on. It was a great interview, and I look forward to talking to you guys again.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. Before you go, I just want to make sure we got the recording. Everything's good. All right. Thank you again, sir, for coming on. This probably air actually next week, next Thursday, because you're my first interview for the year. And so we'll send you a notification in your email. But as well, we promote a lot on Facebook. Like we push Facebook and YouTube a lot. Facebook more because we get, we're able to see the actual engagement like in real time. So definitely please follow us on our Facebook channel, Live in the DTV. And if you have anyone that you another entrepreneur that you know that would be good for our show, feel free to share our information with them and let them know about us.
Will do. Thank you very much. How did you guys hear about me?
So our goal for this year is to try to talk to someone in every state. I said that's my goal for 2022 is to talk to someone through every state. We got 52 weeks in the year. We got 50 states. I said let's go through them all. So we just started doing social media searches. So I looked you up. I looked up Black-owned businesses in Virginia, and you came up. Matter of fact, when I just did the Google search again for Dapper Luq fashion photography, your website is coming up. So, and then that was so unique of you. You're doing a black man doing men's fashion. I've never heard that before. So I said, we gotta reach out to this guy and get him on.
Absolutely, I appreciate it, and if I can share you guys information, I definitely will. Which I will once you guys post it. But thank you again for having me, and I'm looking forward to.
Yes, sir. One more question I have for you. And this is kind of personal, professional. In your bio, it says you're part of a radio network. You mind sharing some of that information with me?
I used to be a part of the radio network. I'm no longer a part of them anymore. Okay. But it used to be Famous Radio Live, and that was an online radio station. They've since, kind of disbanded, I guess, and they're now Woo Radio, which is, affiliated with the Wu-Tang Clan. So I no longer, because I, run my own showroom, so I couldn't do it. And it's a little out of my way. I'm in Virginia Beach.
Right.
A lot of what they do is in Hampton, Virginia. So they are a little ways away from me. But no love lost. I still follow those guys and keep tabs. But for the most part, it's this. And then I'm also doing a television show called Suit Up with Dapper Luq. And so we did one season. We're going to hopefully start season 2 here in the spring. And that'll be on YouTube as well as a couple other different channels like Roku and Innovators.stream.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So that first season, is that on YouTube now?
It's not. We're going to put it up there. It was on this channel called Innovators.stream exclusively, the first season. So now we're going to take those episodes and move them over to YouTube, and that'll be available hopefully starting beginning of February. Because what I want to do, it's 11 episodes, so I want to drop one each week and then kind of lead up to season 2, which we're going to try to drop mid-March. We're going to start filming the first week of March, and then by mid-March, I want to have the new season available on YouTube and a couple other different platforms.
Nice. You said that was called Suit Up? That was the name of the show?
Suit Up. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Suit Up, SUIT, up, Suit Up. Mm-hmm.
All right. I used to watch this show called How I Met Your Mother, and one of the characters on there would always say, "Suit up." That was his catchphrase. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna definitely check out your show, and we'll follow you on social media and keep up with your progress. We love to see it. You're definitely an innovator, and we wish you much success. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.
You too. Thanks. Thanks so much to Mr. Haskett for putting on such an incredible interview. Doing our conversation, it got me thinking, how does my wardrobe rate? So I wanted to do just that. The next part of our show, the next segment in our show is called Rate My Wardrobe. So here we go. Cue the montage music.
Boom, boom, let's on. Boom, 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 let's on now. Boom, 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 let's on. Boom, 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 let's on now. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Let's on. Boom, 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 let's on. Boom, 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 let's on now. Boom, 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 let's on. Boom, 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 let's on now. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. Boom, let's on now. Boom, let's on. like they made it a mission. The more that they think for my failure, I just amplify the brilliance. I've elevated the adrenaline's medication. You don't get it, I'm tired of waiting. All the rules I'm breaking to make it. You don't know the half of it. Disappear when the gas hit. Rebels, no time for pacifists. Took the dreams and I ravaged it. They won't war, but let's go to war. Have them floating Noah's Ark right before I rip the boat apart. Boom, boom, boom. Test on. Boom, boom, boom. Test on now. I simply don't have time for this, but I got the grind for this. We breaking down doors with the iron fist. We swimming deep waters where the Loch Ness is. Deep up in the shadows, only God's can sense. They saying I'm out of pocket, up then we popping bottles like bottle rockets. They dread it like out of rocket. They can jock it, I switch the wave, now they out of pocket. Continue to try to copy, I spin the cake and I cop it.
Alright viewers, I hope you liked my wardrobe. Rate my wardrobe below 1 to 10. That's our show for today. We want to thank Mr. Haskett for coming on once again and giving such an amazing interview. To check out more of his styles, you can head on over to his website at Dapper Luq at dapperluq.com. That's DAPPERLUQ.com, or follow him on his various social medias, the Dapper Luq Collection. Alright everyone, that's our show for today. Remember to tune in with us next week, same time, same place, only on Live in the DTV.